All right, we're back, and this is going to be the last set, or sorry, last 10 mil tester / travel size from this Michael Malul Discovery Set. This is going to be Zest plus Vetiver. This is going to be lemon peel in the opening. Then it's going to be basil leaves, and then clary sage, so a very aromatic herbal kind of opening with a little bit of a citrus twist, most likely. Middle notes of French lavender, some more aromatics, orris root, so maybe something kind of powdery, maybe. Rock rose. I'm not sure what rock rose is. I will say this, on Fragrantica, it lists rock rose as citruses. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look that up in just a second. Then we get base notes of warm amber, vetiver, of course, and oakmoss. So, as always, the way we do this is we go ahead and get a paper strip out. We test on paper. I give you my impression of those opening notes. Then we test on skin, see if there's any variation there, and then we kind of jump in from there. I'm going to look up rock rose real fast while I'm doing this in real time. A drought-tolerant evergreen shrub native to the Mediterranean. I'll look up the note. There's a Clive Christian version of this. Let's see if maybe that kind of helps me out a little bit. Nope, honestly, there's nothing in here that says, hey, this is a rock rose. I don't know what rock rose is. I'll see if I notice anything when I spray it. Best part about these entire things, one, they've all kind of smelled good. I've only had like one or two that were like, one was a major miss for me, and that might have been my own personal issue. That was the C plus Zephyr. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in. Pressurized atomizer there. Ooh, look at all that juice spray. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I like vetiver fragrances mainly because they are extraordinarily office safe, office friendly, and very professional. Now, this does not open up with a bunch of vetiver, so if you're looking for like a vetiver bomb, maybe this isn't for you. So far, I'm getting a lot of the sage. Sage and lemon zest. The basil is in there, I guess, but it's not as strong as lemon zest and the sage. So it's kind of like a bitter lemon on paper with a little bit of those aromatic sage notes. Very nice, nothing unpleasant about that. Let's go ahead and put it on skin real fast. All right, let it flash. I'm not getting the lavender or the orris root or the citruses and or that rock rose note that's listed, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, the lemon zest is way more bitter on skin, so it's also stronger. So you get a big burst of bitter citrus lemon followed by the basil starts showing up more, but really that sage is in there pretty strongly. There's a pretty strong sage in there. The basil in there, there's a bitter lemon zest. But yeah, that's what you get in the opening. Nothing else is really showing up too much yet, but this has only been the first 30 seconds. As always, the way we do this is I jump back in after I've worn this for a day or so. Sometimes it only takes a day, sometimes it takes a couple days to kind of analyze it. And I tell you about all the things like projection, longevity, all the various notes as they break down. And you'll see me when I do that, which will be just a quick split second for you, but for me it's like 24 to 48 hours, and I jump back in. So see you then, guys. All right, we're back. Let's talk about Zest plus Vetiver from Michael Malul from this cool little travel discovery set. First off, the opening notes, they're there. The lemon zest, the sage, the basil, all very nice aromatic. You get the lavender pretty quickly after that and some citrus that kind of lingers. But overall, I would say it's not a long-lasting fragrance on me. This concerned me enough to where I was doing independent research outside of my normal review, seeing what other folks are dealing with. And for most people that I've seen who have tried this, they say it does last a while. It might be a nose blindness issue that I'm running into, or more likely a pH issue where it just doesn't last long on me for whatever reason. But that being said, there's nothing bad about the fragrance. I will say if you're looking for a vetiver fragrance, where you're like, I really want a long-lasting, strong vetiver fragrance with some sweet zest in the opening, there's other options out there that are probably going to be more affordably priced than a full price bottle of this, because I think the cheapest I saw this discounted was like $100. You can sometimes find like Terre de Hermes on JomaShop for a full 100 ml size for like 80-ish in that range, and that's obviously designer, and that's going to give you a nice zesty vetiver in the opening. This is a lot more sweet in the opening. As far as longevity goes, I'd say I could smell it on myself for about 4 to 5 hours. The projection, I would honestly say, didn't last more than 2. That's just my experience, and that I will say is not the experience everybody else is having. So I kept trying this one, like, what's going on? Why am I not, why is it, I did like the whole thing with like moisturizer, anything I could to keep that fragrance kind of going, and I just couldn't get it to last. And as far as like the vetiver dry down, it's there, it's nice, it's not unpleasant, but I just, there's other vetivers out there that I prefer. Other than that, not much else to say. Obviously, if you get like a travel size set like this, try it out. You'll probably enjoy it. If you don't already have a vetiver and you just happen to like the opening notes of that sweet, it's a very sweet opening. Maybe you like that more than some of the other like more bitter citrus kind of opening vetivers like Terre de Hermes. That's fine. It's just a pick your pleasure kind of thing. But yeah, there's nothing really bad about this. It's just I didn't have a lot of success with longevity or projection on my pH. But I've read online other folks are having a great time with it, so it might just be a me issue. So other than that, that's my review, guys. Sorry it couldn't be better because, again, I think it's inconsistent with other people's experiences. But I thought it was worth pointing out. So have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching.